What if we interview NASA? So they had been working on an electric aircraft, which is like a new market, which is booming or about hopefully to boom. And we saw their program, their research program, which was the X-57. And we just went online, looked at all the NASA centers we could find, started sending dozens of emails just to get one reply. And then we got 1 or 2 replies and then asked, well, can we do an interview, which was just a digital interview, just remote. And then we found a really nice lady. She helped us out. She set up an interview with 2 of the engineers working on that project. We set up the interview, and that was actually 2 years before the actual visit to NASA. We created that video, or a series of videos on their battery technology, their propeller technology, and so on. And then, in parallel, I was preparing a business trip 2 years after to go visit customers and potential customers in the California region. And then we reached out to them again asking, well, can we just do a second interview in person this time? Which was really nice. And then the procedure is quite cool, sorry. The procedure is quite nice, or quite lengthy, because you need to get approval to get access to their site. Because we did 2 visits to NASA. One of them was on the Edwards Air Force Base, which is in the Mojave Desert somewhere outside, well, somewhere a few hours away from LA. But you need clearance, so it took a few months to get all the documents signed and everything. And then we were talking to Flanders Investment and Trade, which is an organization in Flanders, the north of Belgium, which helps you with business development abroad. And they had a contact at another NASA center, close to San Francisco, Ames Research Center. And they said, well, we can organize a visit there as well. And they have the biggest wind tunnel in the world, which is really relevant to our channel. The other side is where they developed the X-planes, like the first plane to break the barrier of the speed of sound in level flight and so on. All of these incredibly cool projects. They had a hangar where the space shuttle could be stored and so on. And because we had clearance for one side, we got relatively easy access to the other side and so on. And it's just incredible.
Amazing.
To be